stop playing small? Why are you still shrinking for the sake of someone else, right? Think about that. When you play small, it's not about confidence. It's not about speaking louder. It's not about becoming somebody else. It is about telling the truth in places where you learned it was safer not to. Too many women downplay their stories. Meanwhile, the world is not asking for quieter women, it is asking for women to tell the truth without shrinking, to find femininity in the truth, and to find their own authentic selves. And here's the part that no one says out loud. You're not playing small because you're weak. You're playing small because at some point it worked. It kept the peace, it kept you included, maybe it even kept you loved or at least not rejected. And your nervous system remembers that. So now, every time you're about to speak fully, show up fully, choose yourself fully, your body interrupts you. It's not your mind, it's your body. You feel it tighten, it starts to question, maybe it edits, and then you call it overthinking, you call it anxiety, you call it needing more clarity before you can make a decision. But actually what it is, it's a survival pattern. You've learned to regulate yourself by shrinking. That was a way of protection. So now when you expand it, it feels a little unsafe. So let that land for a second. If you don't understand that, then you're going to end up spending years trying to fix something that's clearly not broken. You'll keep trying to be more confident, or you're going to focus on the wrong things. But what you really want to become is more honest. And those are not the same thing. Confidence without honesty is simply performance. Honesty without confidence is power in its rawest form. And most people never really access that because honesty costs you. We've been trained that sometimes when we're honest, it costs us. It costs you being liked by everyone. It costs you fitting into every room. It may even cost you the version of you that isn't so easy to digest. But what you gain is you gain yourself. And that is the trade most people avoid their entire lives. So let's get honest. Where are you shrinking and why? Like, what situations are shrinking you? Can you come up with the patterns? Not the obvious places, like the places that you're really looking, you're like filtering your truth to make other people feel comfortable. It can be big situations or small. Where are you saying it's fine when it's not fine? Or where are you saying, like, staying more quiet because you haven't calculated the reaction, or you seem to want to calculate the reaction before it happens? That is what playing small is. And here's the part that may challenge you. You can't think your way out of this. You can't journal your way out of this, or you can't do mental gymnastics or affirmations and get out of this. You have to move differently. You have to start telling the truth in real time. It doesn't need to be perfect, and it doesn't need to be a big, planting your flag or dramatic. It just needs to be honest, because your nervous system will not recalibrate simply through thoughts. We can read a book and say, oh, it makes so much sense, but we have to apply it. It recalibrates through lived experience. So every time you tell the truth and you survive it, your body learns something new. It learns that you can be seen and still be safe. And it learns that you can be honest and you can still belong. And maybe it will teach you that you can take up space and not feel abandoned. But if you keep avoiding those moments, your body won't update. And that's what we're striving for, right? We're striving to grow. So you end up staying stuck in a past version of what you think is safety, and it's simply no longer serving you. And then we sit there and we wonder, like, why we feel disconnected, right? We're not disconnected. We're just unexpressed. There's a version of you that already knows exactly what you would say, or what you would choose, or what you would walk away from. There is a version that's alive in you that knows that, and you feel it. But you have to make the choices in the moment that you're in to be that person. So you'll have to do what you want. Like the person you think of when you're alone, you're like, this is who I want to be. Think about what would that person do, and then do those things. It can be as simple as starting there. And that's the moment. That is the exact moment where your life either stays in the same place or it begins to shift. And most people will overwrite it because truth requires movement. It is uncomfortable. It creates change. It creates a flow of frequency where people will move and shift in and out of your life. And maybe that's something you're holding on to. So even if what you've been holding on to is hurting you, sometimes we do that anyways. So that's how deep this truly goes. So when I say stop playing small, I'm not asking you to be louder. I'm not asking you to be boastful or self-righteous. I'm asking you to stop abandoning yourself in real time. I'm asking you to stop negotiating your own truth. I'm asking you to notice those little micro moments where you shrink and say, oh, I'm going to choose a different. And that's how identity changes. It's not big. It's not these dramatic decisions. It's not these planting the flag and you're being combative. It's small, it's consistent moments of honesty. This is emotional architecture. This is how you rebuild yourself. You're not adding more, but you're removing what is not true, and it leaves space for the new and the truth to grow. And so that's uncomfortable. You will see where you've sort of been participating in your own suppression when you start to ask yourself these questions. You'll see where maybe you stayed longer than you should have. You'll see where you said yes when you really wanted to say no. You start to see where maybe you waited to choose instead of choosing yourself in the moment. And the first thing you do is you want to judge yourself. I do that quite often. That version of you is still trying to survive, right? The version of you is there. But here's the difference. And here's what happens when you stop playing small. You start to feel. You're going to feel things more deeply, more honestly, maybe even more immediately. And for some of you, that's the part you've been avoiding, because if you feel everything, then you have to acknowledge it, respond to it, right? You can't numb it or you can't ignore it. You can if you want to do all those things, but your growth won't be found there. So pretending that it's not there doesn't change it being there or not. So staying small to stay comfortable. But comfortable is not always aligned. Comfortable is predictable. It's keeping you alive. It's convenient sometimes, but it's familiar. But if you want a different life, you have to be willing to become a different version of yourself. Not a different person, just a different version. And you don't have to say it's a better one or a more honest one. It's just a different version where you're willing to step out to do something that's a little bit more authentic. And it doesn't have to be today, it doesn't have to be tomorrow. It just has to be in the moment of truth, when it comes up in real time. One moment, instead of defaulting, just pause, right? Feel your body, feel the urge to edit yourself or to respond quickly or to shout or to react, and choose a degree that's more honest. That's it. It's not everything. It's not all at once. It's one degree. That's how you build safety in your own body. And that's how you teach yourself that you can be fully expressed and still be okay. And over time, it gets much easier. You start to realize that it builds this confidence in yourself, and you start to become someone who doesn't abandon yourself, and that builds integrity and character. And when you start to feel that within your own person, you become much more alive. And so you can become someone that holds your own presence without needing permission, and that's powerful. And it's not the kind of power that's loud. It's the kind that's undeniable, and it's the kind that walks into a room and does not need to prove anything. It does not need approval of any kind, because you're not performing. You're just being. And that's what the world is actually asking for. We need more of that. It's not perfection or performance. It's not the most curated version of you. It's being raw. It's asking just for you, fully expressed, fully honest, fully here. So yeah, stop playing small. Not for the world, but for yourself.